Orcas may look majestic on stage, but when a 6-ton predator decides to change the script, everything can go wrong in seconds. These are 7 real moments where trainers came dangerously close to losing their lives. Number 1. It began like any other Shamu show. Music blasting, the crowd cheering, and the water shimmering under the stadium lights. But as the performance reached its midpoint, everything changed. Without warning, a massive killer whale lunged toward the trainer, clamped onto him, and dragged him deep beneath the surface. The stadium gasped. The struggle wasn't part of the show, this was real. The footage captured a moment no one expected. Raw power, raw panic, and a trainer fighting for his life, using nothing but experience and instinct. This incident reignited a worldwide debate about the safety of working with captive orcas and whether it was worth the risk at all. Number 2. In that same year, another terrifying moment unfolded at SeaWorld San Diego. A 5,000-pound orca named Kasaka suddenly grabbed her trainer, Ken Peters, and pulled him violently underwater. Not once, but twice. Courtroom footage shown years later, after the tragic death of trainer Don Brancheau, revealed just how close Ken came to never resurfacing. Kasaka held his foot tightly in her jaws. Every time Ken broke the surface to breathe, she dragged him back under. He attempted to calm her with gestures he'd used hundreds of times before, but nothing worked. Only after frantic trainers tossed a net into the pool did Ken finally slip free, swimming desperately for the edge. Kasaka followed him again, refusing to let him go. He survived with a broken foot, but the emotional scars would last far longer. Some experts believe Kasaka was responding to distress calls from her nearby calf, a reminder that even trained animals still think and feel like wild ones. Number 3. Another clip shows trainer Ryu performing with Ron, a large male orca known for his powerful displays. At first, their connection seemed perfect, seamless commands, fluid movements, and a visibly strong bond. But orcas can change in an instant. A subtle shift in Ron's behavior, just a flicker in his eyes, told Ryu something was wrong. Then, chaos. Ron suddenly veered off course, surging across the pool toward the far end with terrifying speed. Trainers shouted commands. The audience froze. In a split-second decision, Ryu broke free from Ron's grip and surfaced just in time. He was unharmed, but deeply shaken. Number 4. At SeaWorld Adventure Park, a strange silence hung in the air before the show even began. Shamu, the iconic orca, swam in slow circles, eerily calm. Trainer Steve Eibel entered the water, confident in their years of partnership. But within seconds, something felt wrong. Then, without warning, Shamu snapped. He rammed into Steve repeatedly, thrashing the water and sending shockwaves through the crowd. Other trainers rushed in, desperately trying to distract the whale. Through sheer focus and calmness under pressure, Steve regained control. But as he climbed out of the pool, the stadium whispered with fear. A show once built on joy suddenly carried a shadow, one that Steve himself could never fully shake. Number 5. During a 2007 performance in Japan, an orca named Coop glided around his trainer, As the audience watched in awe, the trainer spoke confidently into the microphone, unaware that Coop's attention had shifted. The orca wasn't focused on the performance anymore. He was focused on the object in the trainer's hand. Curiosity turned into instinct. In an instant, Coop lunged toward the microphone. Gasps echoed across the auditorium. But the trainer didn't panic. He gently lifted the microphone out of reach and whispered calming words. Just like that, the trainer understood something most never do. No matter how routine a show becomes, the wild is always there, just beneath the surface. Number 6. In another aquarium, repetition and confinement had slowly taken their toll on a frustrated orca. At first, the signs were small, subtle glances, restless swimming, sudden pauses. But one day, everything boiled over. With a massive leap, the orca hurled itself into the barrier, separating the pool from the trainers. The sound was horrifying. The whale lunged twice more, each strike heavier than the last. Chaos erupted. Trainers rushed in. Guests panicked. One trainer was critically injured. And the footage spread worldwide, raising urgent questions about the emotional impact of captivity on one of the ocean's most intelligent creatures. The world watched a reminder. The wild cannot be contained forever. And when frustration overcomes fear, the consequences can be devastating. Number 7. At Marineland, a small child wandered close to the orca tank, innocent, curious, unaware. Deep in the water, a giant orca noticed the tiny figure and approached slowly, silently. As it reached the glass, it stopped inches away. Its mouth opened slightly, not in aggression, but in a strange moment of curiosity, maybe even playfulness. For a few heart-pounding seconds, the child stared face to face with a predator large enough to swallow them whole. Then, just as quietly, the orca turned and swam away. No attack, just a fleeting connection between two worlds that should never meet so closely. It became part of Marineland's whispered lore, an unforgettable moment that reminded everyone how thin the barrier truly is between us and the wild.